So we're back. Since the last time I made a video, I have lost a 250k investment deal at signing. I've raised and closed another investment deal. I've developed and produced some gummies, which I haven't yet released. I've ran an ultramarathon, and perhaps the biggest change was I've added an additional business, which is an acai bar in Manchester, which I've opened with my two closest friends. Throughout this period, I haven't done a whole lot of documenting, in all honesty. It was a period of change and I wasn't quite in the mindset for documenting the process. I just needed to get my head down and get the work done. But today I'm going to run through the previous 3 months and exactly what's changed and what's new for both me and the business. Right, so if we take it back to the end of August of this year, which was the last time I made a video, I was on holiday in south of France and I had an ongoing 250k investment deal which was due to close the week after I got back from holiday. This deal came about through the guys, the manufacturing company, who were due to be making my canned drinks that I was working on. So I started the drinks project for Headstrong in the middle of this year and I was making 2 variants of a small premium canned drink. Now, the owner of that company knew that I was raising some funding and he came to me and said that he wanted to put a bit of his own money into it, 30k. I was like, yeah, cool, fine, let's do it. You can have a small bit of equity. I liked him at the time. Now, there is an investment vehicle attached to that company, so he had bigger ideas and he came to me and said, I want to put 250k in. How much equity can you give me? And we agreed a sum, basically. So I was working on that deal for over 2 months up until the middle of September. At the start of September, me and a friend, Josh, saw a space come available in a store close to where we live, and we had an idea to create an acai bar, basically. I know the guy who owned the store. I rang him and he said that there's a space also becoming available in a Deansgate General Store, which is on the other side of the city in Manchester. But if you know Manchester, perfect location for that sort of product. We committed to that project pretty quickly, almost within, we had an initial meeting with the General Store guys, and 2 days after I made a little proposal, we got the green light on the conditions that we would launch on the first weekend of October, which was only 20 days away. So we quickly got to work.
When's Josh get back? Tonight?
You put a story.
It's my first try harder, bro. It's my first time. Yeah. It's big.
2 weeks into that process of creating Berry Boys, of manic work, absolutely manic work and unexpected costs, I got a WhatsApp message one Monday morning from the investors telling me that they'd gone overboard cost-wise on a new manufacturing plant and they were now pulling this deal. Bearing in mind that this deal was due to go to close on that day, on that week. It was at the final stage. That was the second time in the past 12 months for me that a deal had fallen through at the signing stage. So it was a real kick in the teeth. And I remember the day very clearly. I got off the phone with the guys and I just sat on my bed and I just cried because I didn't really know what else to do. And I felt very hopeless at the time. I had lots of doubts about Headstrong. So I put it to one side for a little while and pressed on with the launch of Berry Boys.
do you think? Oh yeah.
That's fucking good. One weekend when we were in the build-up to launching, I went home and I was talking to my mum about finding a really good granola. Now, my mum is a fantastic baker and a fantastic cook, and she decided that she offered to make the granola for us. She sent over multiple taste tests, and eventually we landed on a recipe that we really liked. She left us a little note to say, basically, the less crunchier it is, the healthier it is. The less honey and sugar it has.
That puff rice is
good.
Puff rice is good because we're not doing nuts. I think that's maybe a bit too sweet.
This 3-week period in the build-up to launching Berry Boys was perhaps the most manic period of work I've ever experienced in my life. It was very intense. It had an effect on personal relationships in my life because I literally just didn't stop working. But we did what we had to do, because obviously starting a business in 20 days is a near impossible task, but we did it very successfully. We had, I think, over 1 million hits across socials before we'd even launched, and when it came to the day of launch, we sold over 500 bowls in one day, which none of us really expected to do, but it was fantastic, it was manic, and I probably wouldn't do it again, but God, it was worth it.
People do have, I don't know where I am. It's literally hectic. Thank you very much for waiting, by the way, really appreciate it. Yeah. Do you remember the whole thing? Oh, no, PB, sorry.
Dude, you told me once. Just tell me once.
Yeah. Trouble in Paradise, alright, baby.
What do you recommend actually?
I'm a Nutella kind of guy. I like Nutella, or peanut butter, they're sort of top two.
Oh yeah. Why does that take so long to make?
Now, around the time that this deal fell through, I was having calls with an advisor of mine, and when I told him that the deal had fallen through, he very kindly decided that he wanted to put something together for me. So he brought together himself and 3 of his friends and raised some funding for the business. I'm filming this on my phone because I don't have the camera. The deal's just gone to signing. The papers have just been sent via DocuSign to everyone. Yeah, I mean, they've all been approved so far by the investors. There's 4 investors, and then it's got to get signed by me, another investor who's already on, and Will. So 7 people in total have got to sign it. So it's not going to be done today because it's already 3:30. But yeah, hopefully before the end of the week, we can get something passed. Tuesday, 2nd of December, and I closed the deal yesterday and then got the funds through today, which is, actual money in the bank. So it's completely closed now, which is really good. 2 failed deals later and finally made it happen. And it's been really not the easiest journey so far to get to this point, or to even get a deal over the line, to be honest. But the investors that I brought on board, I think, are really great at this moment in time. Got a lot more confidence in the guys that I brought on board, so the future is looking a bit better on that front. And it does mean the business is well funded over the next period to really boost new product development, which is going to be the main focus moving forward. On one of my calls with him, we were discussing formats of mushroom products and discussing how tricky cans were in terms of scale. The can drink project was significantly more expensive than I ever anticipated it to be. For example, when you're ordering samples, so this bottle here, just this bottle, cost me £85 per bottle on a sampling basis. So I went through, thousands and thousands of pounds on just samples with not much changes made to, recipes each time. And to make cans successful at scale, you really have to hit thousands of retail touch points. If you look at emerging brands who are doing it well, like Cadence, for example, and if you look at the scale of retail presence that they expand into across the States, they're opening huge national accounts on an almost monthly basis. That's the scale you need to reach for cans to really work, because they're very expensive to produce. You can only charge so much for a can, even a small premium can, £3 max maybe. So the margins are very, very thin. So as I mentioned, when I was talking to this advisor about form factors, we decided that a mushroom gummy is the way the market's going. It's much more approachable, there's still that taste element, and the margins are better on a product like that. So I got to work. I'm using our ultrasonic triple extraction mushroom powders, which are a first of its kind, and this is what's going to be going into the gummies. They haven't released yet, they will release in January, but they've been developed, they've been produced, and they're currently in transit on the way to me. Now, looking into the new year, because I don't believe that December is the best time to push anything forward, really, it's when people slow down traditionally. January is going to be packed. I'm going out to Dubai to see Charlie, who owns Humantra, and assess the market out there, which is exciting. I think there's lots of opportunity for Headstrong in the Middle East. I'm potentially going to Paris for a portion of Fashion Week, because Headstrong is joining Awaken. They'll be distributing the brand across higher end retailers in Europe, and hopefully planning a nice little activation throughout Fashion Week. So yeah, could be going there. I'll be doing a really cool pop-up with a bar in Manchester that I can't mention too much about yet, but that'll be really fun. And obviously launching the gummies at the start of January. That is the main driver.
Cool. So like I said, we'll just sort of deep dive, try and get as much information from you as possible.
I think, realistically, I see Amazon as a bolt-on to the core sort of D2C offering of Headstrong.
Yeah.
Obviously, but the way that my customer shops, or a new customer, for example, if you were to hear about lion's mane mushroom on the radio and you have no idea what it was, and you're going to Google and you search lion's mane mushroom, the first search result that you'll be hit with is likely an Amazon listing.
Yeah.
So you go onto there and you'll see a plethora of products initially that are substandard in the quality, it's fair to say, and are therefore cheaper. And you will likely buy one of those products because of the price and because you're still unsure on what the product is. Really lack of education around the products. So you buy one of those products, you'll take the product and you'll probably have a substandard experience as a result of that. So then what I find is that people come to me after doing, after persevering, doing a little bit more research into the market, coming to me, and then I'll have emails from customers saying, I tried this product from Amazon, didn't do anything, I tried yours, it's been fantastic, and then they'll subscribe. So I'm thinking, why not meet them where they are and be on the platform that they're already discovering the products on.
It's 6 AM on a Sunday and I'm only up because I've got training, but I had my two first Amazon purchases last night whilst I was asleep. I've just realised I haven't really set up the system properly, so I had to sort of self-fulfill them through my distribution centre. But it's quite strange because I've done no promotion on that, so that was completely organic. And it was literally just this week that I was onboarding with the lads at the Amazon agency. So I mean, after a bit of promotion, hopefully, might see some good performance.
So we're due to be launching smoothies in January at Berry Boys, and it's currently the middle of December and we haven't even made a start on recipes yet. So we need to get going. I've had to get some work done this morning, but the boys have gone to M&S for the ingredients, and we're going to do a bit of a trial run of some recipes today.
This is your freezer, isn't it? I saw you pull a pork chop out of there once. And I don't really look at one in your pants. Yeah?
I want to pulse it.
It really looks good.
That was fucking great. It's that easy.
Yeah, I mean it's not nice.
It's really nice. It's sweet.
It's inoffensive.
I think it's good.
Lots and crafts.
What's my life become?
I'm pretty done, guys.
That's really good. That's really fucking good.
Oh, I don't know.
It's not that bad.
It's quite nice, actually.
We should have. Is it dabbing?
It's alright now. Drink it.
It's very creamy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's avocado. About to head to Stray, my favourite bar in Manchester. I'm doing a collaboration with them in January. Well, we're in January now, but for the rest of January, for Headstrong, we're making 4 low ABV mushroom cocktails. I'm going to release them periodically throughout January, and then finish with like a little party to celebrate the collaboration at the end of the month. Today is the shoot day, so first time I'll get to try the drinks and also see them in person.
Almost like it's being like curated in a...
There's something quite nice about if I get the spoon to leave the frame. You know, where it's like, it's just coming in from like one side.
But if that's a bit too fucking ethereal. Yeah. I mean, it's like we build a mound of soil. This sits over the top of it. Then we can play around with... One of the things we're thinking of doing is like playing around with... Trem just goes super fucking creative with it. Conceptual with it.